Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. We're going to get started in just a few moments here. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. We're going to get started in just a few moments. Welcome, 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 welcome. In the meantime, drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. What city, what state are you tuning in from? I know it's cold across the country. It's cold where I am right now. Let's see, what's the temperature here? In Tampa, it's 52 degrees, 52. It hasn't gone above 62 degrees today, and now it's 52. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening, good evening. Go right ahead and put in the chat what city, what state. And if you want to drop the temperature in your city, that's great too. It's 52. I'll start. So I'm in Tampa, Florida. And the temperature here is 52 degrees. Yep. Mineral Springs, Arkansas. It's cold. All right. Cold meaning it's in the 30s. I'm quite sure. Cold meaning it's in the 30s up there in Kansas. In Arkansas, it's in the 30s. I'm quite sure. With Maricopa, Arizona, 55 degrees. Okay, even in Arizona, it's cold. Wow. Louisville, Texas, 53 degrees, man. All 50s across the nation. We're going to get started in literally about 60 seconds. So I'm just giving some more folks a little bit more time to get on. And then we're going to get going. Drop your city and state and the temperature in the chat. City, state, temperature. It's cold outside, but it's hot in here. We're going to go on fire soon. We're going to light some fire on this conversation PBR, private business reception we're having right now. And so, I know it's cold outside. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for getting on. It's been a pleasure to serve you. It's a pleasure having you here. In Oswego, Illinois is 32 degrees. I'm not surprised. I'm sure. Let's see. Let's just check this out. Oswego, Illinois is 32. I wonder what it is in Oswego, New York. Let's see. Oswego, New York. It's 33 degrees in Oswego, New York. That is upstate New York. It's 33 degrees, just 1 degree difference. Tennessee. Memphis is, God, TK, what's going on, man? Memphis is cold down there. 37 degrees in Memphis. I remember one time I drive from Nashville to Memphis. Man, so much rain. I couldn't even see where I was going. Let's see. 40 in coastal Carolina. What? Can't even go to the beach in the Carolinas right now? 40 degrees. Can still go for a run and wear a winter coat. Good evening. Linda is in my hometown, the Bronx, 38 degrees in the Bronx. That's my city. All right. All right. Okay. 161st on the Grand Concourse. South Carolina is, Columbia? Oh my God. 39 degrees. Oh God, what's going on? All right. So let's light some fire here. We know it's cold outside. So my name is Lyndon Wetters, and I am one of the leaders on our team. And man, I'm excited to be here right now. You can call me a coach, a mentor, a thought leader, or all of those things. But more importantly, I'm a father, I'm a husband, and I am a child of the King. And so I'm excited to be here with you right now. You know, interestingly enough, man, I can tell that my life has changed. I remember when I graduated from college. I went to 3 colleges, get 3 degrees and 3 full scholarships. I wasn't a genius. I just understood that education alongside my relationship with God were the 2 things that would have saved me, because I ended up having to really bury a lot of my friends, a lot of my family members at the age of 15 and 16. So, you know, I come from a very rough neighborhood. And so when I graduated from 3 colleges with that I just mentioned, I had a 524 credit score. And so what ended up happening, I realized that it was a systematic failure by wherewith I did not learn about financial literacy. I didn't learn about credit. I didn't learn about the power of capital and access. And it really took a toll on me for a minute. I had to rely on my wife's credibility in order to do anything that was substantial. But you know what? At some point I got very frustrated with the reality. And so the frustration leads to decision. You know, a lot of times frustration will lead to decision for a lot of folks. And that led to decision for me. And I decided it was never the way for a man to live. And so what I did, I committed and took my personal credit from a 524 to an 850. But in doing so, I also took my wife from a 757 to an 850. Now, why did I do that? Because I understood that individually we are powerful, but together we become unstoppable. So together tonight, I'm going to share with you something that is not only powerful, but can literally position you to become unstoppable in your endeavors in creating generational wealth, not just for yourself or your kids, but for their kids and their kids' kids. So Novae, it means new beginning. How timely is this? That we're about to close out 2023, and I'm sharing something with you regarding a financial technology company where with the meaning is new beginnings. That is phenomenal. If you're ready to learn tonight and you're ready to earn and you're ready for a change, put a fire emoji in the chat, put a 1 in the chat, put some roses in the chat, put some hearts in the chat. Just go in the chat and light it up, put something. So fintech is the future. Interestingly enough, it's already here. So let's talk about what fintech is, though, just so we understand the reality.
If you've ever paid for something with your phone, transferred money using an app, or checked your bank statement online, then you're already part of a multi-billion-dollar industry. It's called fintech, and it's changing economies around the world. Fintech is short for financial technology. Seems simple, right? Well, the term fintech includes a huge range of products, technologies, and business models that are changing the financial services industry. It refers to everything from cashless payments to crowdfunding platforms to robo-advisors to virtual currencies. So every time you donate to someone's Kickstarter campaign, that's fintech. Or if you transfer money to someone using Venmo, that's also fintech. And that's just the beginning. Here at a major fintech conference in Amsterdam, hundreds of companies are trying to disrupt the banking and finance industries by changing the way we pay and borrow money.
In other words, if you got a phone and you got money, you're already in fintech. Cash App, Apple Pay, Venmo, PayPal, your bank online, fintech. You're already a part of it. So that's the beauty of what we do here. Financial technology means we can help others and get paid up front without charging up front. So debt resolution, lending/funding, financing, savings, investments, tax, and more. 1 out of 4 startup that become billion-dollar company are fintech companies. Go do the research. It's quite powerful, man. We're driving a train that doesn't have reverse. We're flying a plane that is not coming back. And so you never want to get left behind. You got to get on board right now. There's a seat assigned to your name and you want to get in it. So fintech is high in demand. The average American monthly income, that's crazy. $4,600. You talk about rent, $1,700. That's low down here in Florida. In addition to that, vehicle $560. I don't know where you're going to find that now, but we're just being nice. And then when you look at everything, utilities, $460. I live in the Sunshine State. Your electric bill alone is $500. So that's not even going to do all of the utilities. When all is said and done, you have $1,880 left. So you're still in the black. But when you look at all the things that's in the red, that's going to take away from the green. It's quite crazy, man, because rent and groceries, cost of living is just going up. That's what it comes down to. And so if your paycheck ain't going up, then, you know, life is just going to get tougher and tougher all day, every day. People living paycheck to paycheck and just stressed out. And so we come with a solution. So when you talk about taxes, look at that. Oh, wow, that's crazy. It's not even done yet. So what you have left is $500. But hold up now. Did you know that in 2008, when the real estate market crashed, it is statistically proven that if individuals had an additional $500 in their bank account, they would have avoided filing bankruptcy and they would have avoided filing foreclosure. Just imagine that, $500, not 5,000. Millions are striving for the American dream. A lot of people don't even know what it is. So how do the people you know? Let me ask you a question here. How many are settling for a credit score below a 750, starting or running a business? How about renters that want to buy soon? How about real estate agents or investors looking for extra income, struggling with credit card debt? All of these things, man, you know people in your circle, in your home. But you know what? You can be a part of the solution because we got it. That's what we do here. We solve things. What it comes down to, though, see, we are, when you think about the number one fintech direct sales company in the entire country, United States of America, over 100,000 customers served, A+ rated with a Better Business Bureau. As you can see, this is Damon John. You know that guy, you know him. And this is the leadership here from the CMO to the CEO, as well as the COO. It's just amazing the leadership that we have here and what they're doing.
What's up? It's the Shark here, Damon John, and I want to congratulate my fellow Sharks, Rico, Hazik, Shanae, and all the affiliates nationwide. And I want to tell you congratulations for Novae and for making the Inc. 5000 as one of the fastest growing companies in America out of more than 7 million. In fact, you are just getting started. So I want to make sure that I congratulate you because that's what I call display of power. Be very proud of your accomplishments. Many more to come. Thank you for being fellow Sharks. Thank you for testing yourself. And this is only the beginning. All the best. Peace.
How beautiful is that? So Damon John did his thing. He congratulated the leadership here. But here's the thing. I'm going to congratulate every single one of you for showing up, for taking leadership and showing up for your life, showing up for you, showing up for your future. Did you know that 70% of success is actually showing up? So all you got to do now is 30% of the work because you showed up. So when it comes to what we have a movement here. It's a vision. It's a train. It's a plane, and it's going somewhere. And so based on where it's going, there is an investment where you can partner with us on one of two levels. Number one, you can be a pro, go all out. You get to the penthouse memberships, $349. And so you have access to the platform and everything here. So you can build a team, create residual income, another stream of income, and it keeps going. So that's $99 per month to maintain the partnership. Then you have the basic partnership. You see, the pro is where you do what John D. Rockefeller said. I would rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own. That's the penthouse membership. And then you also have the basic level, which is $199 to partner with us and $49 per month to have continuous access. That's where you're building an additional stream by exposing, and everyone that taps in, that additional stream just flows harder for you. 5 and free. So you help 5 people, and then you don't even have to pay that monthly investment because you're helping others and it's paying for itself. Why not? So let's talk about 5 financial goals to solve financial crisis. Number 1, visualize how your finances will look in 5 years. 5 is a very powerful number. Eliminate debt at as fast as possible. You know, there's good debt, there's bad debt. In addition to that, number 3, you got to reduce taxes on unnecessary expenses. Understand that the real American dream is tied in the tax codes. There is no individual in this country that have acquired wealth that does not have a business. It does not exist. And in order for you to tap in the tax codes, you got to have a business. Now, build your credit to a 750 and above. That's the key to unlock the floodgates of access to finances, funding, capital. Find ways to generate additional income. It doesn't take a genius, man. It doesn't matter how smart you are. If you got more going out than coming in, I promise you that that bucket is going to get empty at one point. That's just the way it is. So let's eliminate debt. The average total debt per household in America is over $22,000. The total consumer credit card is over $1 trillion. You heard me, 1T. People don't talk about trillion, talk about millions and billions and hundreds of thousands, but I did say 1 trillion. So are you more than $7,500 in debt? Because if you do, we have a debt resolution program for you that can really help you lower all of that debt by 50%. Then it eliminates the higher compounding interest. And now in about, once you do that in a 6 months period, now you're back on track to really start building out a future that you deserve, reestablish credit at a faster pace. And now you can finally achieve financial peace of mind, which is important, and sleep better at night, knowing you are on your path to being debt free. Man, I should get a lot of fire emojis for that. Just saying that sounded like I just preached a whole sermon because it felt so good and it sounded even better. And I'm quite sure when you experience it, it's going to be a whole different level. So let's talk about minimized taxes. You minimize taxes and maximize your refund or lower your liability. What we have to understand is this: tax evasion is illegal, but paying as little as possible in taxes is not an illegal thing. It's about finding ways to really tap into the American dream and perfect it. You know, people say you should not hate the player, hate the game. Here's what I say: don't hate the player and don't hate the game. Study the game so you can perfect the game, become the best at the game, and now you can change the game. That's what taxes is all about. 60 to 80% of tax refunds are going underserved communities. You heard that right. In addition to that, the IRS tax code is 7,000 pages. Man, I love reading. I enjoy reading, but I ain't going to read 7,000 pages, not even a novel, which I wouldn't even read. It's not even a self-help book. Man, give them the Bible for that. I mean, that's crazy. It's like the tax code Bible. That's 7,000 pages. How many people do you think know all 7,000? Not even one. And that's the reason why you got to find the very best that are certified tax professionals that provide free tax estimates up to 7K in instant advance. You heard me right. Perfect for tax business owners. So quite amazing, man. Top 3 most profitable industry in the whole country. Taxes, the American dream, the tax codes. So now you build your personal credit. Why? You got to get that squared away. I have 2 solutions for you, 2 financial technology solutions. I have what I call the done for you risk-free money back guarantee. What that means, you get started and it's going to be done for you. You just got to change your habits, practice good habits, replace the bad with the good, and then you on a roll. So when you get started with the done for you risk-free money back guarantee, 180 days, you don't see any results, you get your money back. You got to stay active for the entire time. You're going to get started. You're going to get a live phone call with a live person to get you onboarded, to confirm your identity, you're who you are. The analysis is done. All the negative, erroneous, and obsolete items are being disputed at the same time. Then you have different rounds that you may have to go through. But I'm telling you, this is as powerful as it gets. $239 to start, $89 per month. That alone is valued at over $5,000, but you're getting it for a fraction of the cost. You see, that's for a person that has a busy lifestyle, okay? But if you're the individual who say you may have a little bit more time and you want to take a deeper dive into credit education and financial literacy, wherewith you want to help yourself, but eventually you want to help your church, eventually you want to help your family, your spouse, your significant other, then the AI DIY is the way to go. Because now you get a whole library of dispute letters. In addition to that, you get tutorials. You have different videos that are very intuitive in this platform that you're going to log in, you're going to have access to. And all you got to do is watch. You got to read. You got to click. You print. You send. And you watch things change. $139 to get started, $49 per month. Either way, you can't go wrong. You just got to choose the one that is best for you based on your lifestyle. You're going to get some credit building tools and strategies and methodologies being a part of both of those products and services as well. So now it's one thing to build your personal credit on the PII side, which is your personal identification information. There are 5 pieces that constitute to that: your name, your DRB, your social, your address, and your employment. You see, the BII is a whole next level. On the PII side, if you can get access to $1 million with an 800 credit score, on the business side, when you have an 80 Paydex and you have your BII up to par with the name of the business, the address of the business, the EIN of the business, that Paydex is where it needs to be, and whatever rev you're making, when you have that squared away, you can get tenfold what you're going to get on the personal side. You want to really flow and you want to experience not really magic, but it feels real magical, man. It's like Disney World. You got to get on the BII side. Why? Because 46% of business owners use their personal credit to run their businesses. What that means, there is an integration, okay, or an entanglement, if you may, of liabilities. And so you want to free that up. You see, you want to make sure that what you're doing on the business side doesn't hinder the personal life, quality of life. And this is where it's at. So now the business credit is going to help you with the personal. It's going to establish the business credit. It's going to guarantee $50,000 in funding. So now when all is said and done, you're 100% funding compliant. With that 100% funding compliance, know you got access to cash flow. Understand that the top 3 reasons why businesses fail: number 1, leadership; number 2, advertising, marketing, and branding; and number 3 is capital. It so happens that number 3, capital, is going to influence advertising, marketing, and branding, and it will influence leadership as well. So you need this. This is over $10,000 in value, man. We got something here that has 3 components and a 7-step process that's going to change your entire life. Look at that, over $60,000 in value in totality. Man, it is amazing. But you ain't going to pay 60, not even 6,000. What you're doing is a fraction of it, $24.95 one time. Or you can even do a financing for over 2 years, 24 months, $106 a month. Why? We believe that no person and no businesses shall be left behind. Oh yeah, we got you. So when all is said and done, as I said, the top 3 reasons why businesses fail and why people struggle and live paycheck to paycheck is money. So now, you see, money is not your God, but you got to use it as a resource to establish the lifestyle that you want. And so you're going to get access now on the personal side, maybe debt consolidation, student loans, or medical expense, or home improvement. On the business side, startup small, watch this now, the startup small business loan funding. That's beautiful. Because as a startup business, you don't need to be in business for any specific length of time. You don't need to have any specific monthly revenue, and you can get access up to $150,000 in startup business funding. But watch this, it gets better. Depending on what you use that cash flow to do, $50,000 out of that is actually a write-off. What? Write-off? You heard me right. Now you have the access to the SBA, commercial residential real estate, up to $150 million. Fast fintech application, man. You can get approved with as low as a 550 credit score. But don't just take my word for it, because people are enjoying this. They're testing it, and they have proven that it works. And now you just got to Google it. Dr. Google knows it all. Science Google knows it all. So now, as I talk to you about a limited number of the products and services that we have, because we just don't have enough time to go into it, all of them, I want to take you on the other side in terms of how you can actually leverage what we have here to create another stream of income. You see, when it comes to building wealth, you got to get from just an active income, then you get to an additional stream or an extra stream of income. Then that turns into what we call residual income. Then that turns into what we call passive income. You don't got to do much and it's still going to come. Residual, you do it once and it keeps coming. It's the blessing in the activity. It's beautiful. So what we have here is strictly like what you understand Amazon to be. See, what's fascinating, man, understand this. Do you know at least 5 people that could benefit from any of the services and then some that I shared with you? Earn money by referring people to a website. You see, the moment I said that, I lost people. They say, Coach, come on now. Earn money by just referring people to a website? That would never work. Hold on now. I got to educate you for a little bit. I know this small business, this tiny little business. I know of it. This guy, not very famous. His name is Jeff Bezos, and he has a little company that is called Amazon. The last time I checked, it was valued at over $1 trillion, and it's actually just a website. Very interesting. But what's interesting about that a lot of people that said it won't work for them, they shop on Amazon. Interesting. Food for thought. Think about it. So now you can set your own hours. All you're doing is leveraging. Amazon does it. Walmart does it. These are Fortune 500 companies. Let me show you how to really change your financial game and altitude by tapping into what we got. So you started as affiliate, but when you're done, you become a generational wealth creation consultant. Okay. So full training platform, become a true professional, learn at your own pace. Free mobile app for affiliates, short videos. Again, we make it simple. Simple is not easy. Easy is not simple. But the bottom line is, it is so simple that if you decide to do it, you can be good at it. So let's talk about the different affiliate membership. This is aggressive retail commission. If you should help any one individual with their personal credit, the moment they enroll at that $239, you're looking at $100. So coach, if I enroll one person, $239 personal credit to get them from a 524 to a 750 and above, I make $100. That's right. But coach, what if I do enroll 20 people? Do I make 2,000? That's right. So coach, are you saying there's no limit to? There is no limit. Whatever you decide, whatever you choose, however excited you get, you're good to go. You have 5, and then your monthly recurring expense to maintain this business partnership is free. You heard me right, just like that. All right. So now you also have, let's say, when you help someone with their debt. When you help someone with their debt, you're looking at over $250 in commission. Now, if someone was supposed to go on the business side and say, coach, you know what? I want to ramp up the business credit. How does that work? If they enroll for that $24.95, coach, what's going to happen? Well, you just made yourself $500. So, coach, you're saying if I enroll 2 people with a business credit at $24.95, I'm going to make $1,000? Seriously? And they only take them 10 minutes? So I'm making literally $1,000 in 20 minutes. Is that what you're telling me, coach? That's exactly what I'm telling you. But coach, it took me 2 weeks to make it. I understand, but this is different now. This is where we are leveraging now. This is fintech. It's the future, but it's here. It ain't going anywhere. It's just getting better. So I hope you got that. So now if you should help a business owner in your community, let's say they have a laundromat, or maybe they have a roofing company and they're looking for some additional funding. And now they went through you. They just got, let's say, about $500,000 to get things up and running, production, operation, and all that. They need some additional cash flow. Well, could be looking at over $20,000 in commission here. What? Yeah, I know. Most people don't make 20 grand a year, but this one trend, yes, absolutely. But what if you've established a brand, and based on the brand that you've established, you want to keep it clean? You don't want to introduce anything that's going to create some confusion. Maybe you just want people to see that you're offering something in addition to what you already got going on. Well, you got the white label for that. Why? Because your logo is on it. Your name is on it. Everything about you is on it. But in the back end, you ain't even doing it. Someone else is doing it. Okay? So now, you do that. That's about $25,000 for the white label. You're making about $3,000 in commission. You may say, coach, hold on now. I don't got that cash flow, but the white label thing sounds really cool to me. Well, you don't have to go all out. You can get close enough because we have something that is called co-brand. Co-brand is like white label light, okay? White label light, but it's still good. It still flows, still keep the brand intact. Now, could make up to $900 just to do co-branding, and all it takes is a fraction of the 25. It's like $6,000 and $3,000. I'm telling you, it's beautiful. The options are out of this world. But one of the things that is really critical when it comes to building wealth is understanding the mindset of a man that is called John D. Rockefeller. Just so you know, at one point in this country, the 2 wealthiest families in the United States was the Vanderbilts and the Rockefellers. You see, the Vanderbilts built their wealth through railroad and shipping, while the Rockefeller did theirs through what is called the oil industry. There was World War. It was perfect timing. And then the electric community the industry was really expanding across the United States. So it was perfect. See, the Vanderbilts, their wealth lived on for about 4 generations. In fact, there's only one person here in the United States with that last name right now, and there's one in Europe, and they're actually related to the original Vanderbilts. You see, the Rockefellers are different, though, because the Rockefellers, he understood something. You know what he said? He said, watch this. He said, I would rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own. You know why? He realized it doesn't matter how great you are, it's not sustainable. Sustainability is through the numbers. So whether you want, what would you rather do? Do you want to do it just by yourself to say, I am the thing? Or do you want to do it with a whole lot of people and say, I have created that thing? Which one do you want to do? So now you come in, you build a team, you help others, you position them, you do what the good book says, you multiply. We ain't adding, we ain't dividing, we ain't subtracting, we're going to multiply now. Look on this last column here on the right, where you start out with 3. That's 3,500 in total income potential. But look, as you do what the good book says and what Rockefeller said, he was a man of the gospel as well. Multiplication now. You go down 4 levels, it's 15 grand plus. You go down 8 levels, now you're over $250,000. This is amazing. Wow. Take a screenshot of this, because this alone, take a screenshot of it, print it off on your printer, and put it under your pillow tonight and pray on it, and get up tomorrow morning and go and multiply. Man, it's beautiful. So now you get rewarded for what you do. You know, you got to dress nice. You got to have the blazer. You got to have the background. You got to have the microphone. You got to drive something good in order to take your family to and fro. It's not to boast. It's just reaping the fruits of your labor. So now, as you continue to build, there's the opportunity to get car payments and mortgages as well. If you got a car, you need somewhere to park it. And if you have a house with some garage, you need some vehicle in there too. We got you covered. That's the beautiful thing about this. So now, understand that the adventure begins when? Not yesterday. It doesn't even begin tomorrow. The adventure begins right now, in this moment. That's the reason why you're here. You get a chance to network and train with 6- and 7-figure earners. Why? As a person thinks, so are they. You got to be around those individuals in order to breathe the air and get infected with the same 6- and 7-figure mindset and mentality. Diversity is important. Bilingual events, yacht parties, and lifestyle. Then you know that a lot of people just exist. They ain't even living. Leadership board competition. Why? It upped the stakes, man. Monthly cash prizes for likes and comments. You get plugged in, you got to get lit. Quarterly online training with cash prizes. Why is this important? A highly trained individual tend to be a highly paid individual. Live customer service and support. You ain't in this by yourself. You got the support, man. You don't got to know all the answers. We got you covered. You learn as you earn. You grow as your bank account grows. It's beautiful. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a big time event coming up. I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be the 10th anniversary, man, of just really celebrating excellence of a company that truly means new beginnings. So Novae World in ATL and the Koru Awards in the ATL. Man, I'm going to be dressed in all black with the black tie event. I'm going to be going across the stage. I'm going to be sharing time with everyone, the corporate leaders and with members of the team, and just taking some pictures, some videos, and doing some lives. And man, I wish it was tonight. I'm excited. I'm ready for this. So you don't want to miss that. You want to be a part of the movement. Now, remember, as I said earlier, you do have options. You see, in life, you got to have options. And options are good things. But understand, ladies and gentlemen, let me share this with you. If you knew this, put a 1 in the chat. If you knew this, put a 1 in the chat. Did you know that 80% of mankind does not have a new thought in any given day? That 80% of people that you see on planet Earth, 10 billion people, have been having the same thought for the last 5 to 10 years. That is crazy. Did you know that? Now, why am I sharing that? I'm sharing that because I want you to become comfortable with having options and making decisions. So I got some options for you. So we have the Affiliate Pro. This is where you sit in the seat of what John D. Rockefeller said. I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's effort than 100% of my own. That's literally what it is. You ain't just doing it by yourself. You have others, and you benefit from every activity that takes place on your team. $349 to get that partnership started. $99 per month. But remember, now you're helping 5 people, and that 99 goes through the door because you get rewarded for helping people now. You get access to everything. You build a team, you get overrides, you get residual, you get it all. That's the penthouse option. You got to be in the penthouse. But then you also have, depending on the industry that you're currently in or your situation or circumstance, you can do the very basic partnership. And that's $199 to get started, $49 per month. But I know what you're thinking. You're like, okay, coach, if I do that, can I upgrade? Can I upgrade now? Yes, you can. You can absolutely upgrade. You can. If you do it within 10 days of getting started, you got to just pay the difference. But if it goes beyond 10 days, you just get upgraded now. And the bottom line is you're making extra income, additional stream of income, some residuals. So now you can afford to tap into the penthouse option. Now, with a basic partnership option, what that is, you just expose it to everybody you come across, everybody that you know. And once they tap in, you get paid. It's just you doing it. People tap in, you get paid. Commission, base, and everything else. All right? So those are the differences. Again, 5 and free. And all of this is tax deductible. Let me tell you this. The most proven and guaranteed way in this country, US of A, to get a promotion and a raise automatically, simultaneously, is to start a business. Coach, how do you know that? Well, when you start a business, you went from employee to employer. You're the owner, the founder, the CEO, the president of the business you just started. And now, the cell phone that you like to use, now that's a deduction. Not only that, the microphone that you use is a deduction. The blazer you wear is a deduction. The earpods is a deduction. Your car mileage is a deduction. You go to an event in Vegas, it's 3 days, you stay for 5, you enjoy it, that's a deduction. Your car insurance is a deduction. A portion of your rent is a deduction. Then your mortgage insurance is also a deduction. It's an automatic raise. You're like, coach, but I've been waiting 5-10 years to get a raise from my job, and all I got was 45 cents. I know. I feel it. I feel the pain. I get it. Start a business. That's where it's at. So now fintech changed so many people's lives. And so we have some phenomenal individuals here. Miss Kim Connor, her story is just so powerful. She said, I was able to save my home from foreclosure, pay for my daughter's CNA, education in full, and fire my boss. Ooh, that's beautiful. Miss Kim Connor, congratulations in Colorado. She is a regional leader on our team here, regional. And then you have Miss Johanna in Florida here. She's also one of these senior leadership that we have on our team. She said, all I did was follow a system. And now I am honored to be recognized as a top earner in our boss business. That's what she's all about. You have Mr. Jamal Flono up in GA. He said, after 7 months, just from helping people, I was earning enough to quit my job. Oh yeah, new day, new way. Improve my credit, and now I travel more than I did when I worked at the airline. That is amazing, man. You're working on an airline, but you can't go anywhere. Let's talk about a few other incredible leaders here. Then we have Mr. Earl Fambro in North Carolina, one of our senior consultant. So we became affiliates. 6 months later, we became homeowners. Ooh, that's a part of the American dream. Now we have a clear vision of our future. Clear vision, that's important. Then you have First Lady, Miss Keisha Palmer out of Georgia, a sales director here. She as a six-figure international real estate agent. Novae helps me to provide resources to aspiring homeowners. Not only that, since being a part of the business and being a part of the company, she has been able to help more people and close more deals and earn an additional income. You heard me, right? That bank account, that effort. What are you talking about? I love it. Then you have Mr. Wilfred Osorio out of Virginia, also one of the leaders here. Said, owner of an insurance agency. I looked at Novae and saw how I could help my clients with additional financial services that the company offers. He's providing options. And when you have additional options, it provides additional opportunities. So let's come down to the decision making. See, most people are of what we call the menu mentality. They look down the menu, they know what they don't want, but never decide what they want. So I got some options for you. So making a decision, we have three types of individual here today. Number one, I found a service I need. Number two, I want a financial service business. Or number three, I'm still considering, but I can share your info. Let me tell you this. What you can do is take a picture of this screen here, and you can actually just text yourself that info. That's sharing it with someone else. You're not quite sure, but before you share it with anybody else, text it to yourself. So you have a brand new message from you. So now you know that you saw the opportunity and you texted it to yourself. It's just a matter of you making the decision. So tonight, this is powerful, man. I hope you got some real powerful stuff. It's pretty simple how to get started. Once you get back to the person that invited you, they're going to provide you with the additional information, whether they're going to answer some questions, solidify some fears, or whatever that is. Then you just click the link and you follow through just the way you're seeing on the screen here. But it's pretty simplicado. Once you do it, you choose your option, whether it's going to be the basic partnership or the penthouse partnership. Then you go through it. It's going to take you about 5 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your future today. Welcome to Novae and the financial future you deserve. Appreciate your time. It's all love. Have a beautiful, wonderful evening.